So Real Madrid has scammed a 2-1 win off Marseille. And in this video, we'll be talking about what we learned from the video. Now, first of all, let's start with Real Madrid lineup. If you look at their lineup, it's Courtois in goal, Trent left injured and was replaced by Carvajal, who later left, which we'll get into, and then Militao, Dean Huijsen, Calaras, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Mastantuano, Adagula, Rodrigo, and Kylian Mbappe. Very, very nice 11. And one thing I noticed from this 11 is that Xabi Alonso is a no-nonsense manager. If you look at this 11, Vinicius Junior didn't start. I think Bellingham just returned to train. I don't think he's fully fit. But, and equally look, when I say he's a no-nonsense manager, there was a time that Brahim Diaz could have come in. He did sub him in. And I think Vinicius Junior not being in this squad, maybe he was trying to send him message. Maybe he was, trying to make it competitive. I don't know. My heart goes for Trent. 5 minutes into a Champions League debut, you just have to know whether this injury is a very, very serious one. You just have to see how that one goes. But the match starts, everywhere was good. Marseille started very, very fine. Smashed the first goal, passed Real Madrid 1-0 up. And I was like, okay, very good game. And Marseille are a very, very good team. I think they are very, very solid. Last season they finished second in the Ligue 1. They have some very, very good players. Aubameyang, Greenwood, Matt O'Reilly. I didn't know Matt O'Reilly was there. He was signed to Brighton and then I think he was loaned there from Manchester City. They have a very, very good squad generally. I think the key goalkeeper is good. Pavard is there also. Very, very good. Very, very good squad. Not like top squad, but very alright. But De Zerbi has been a coach that I think the way he set up that team was very, very good. I think Marcel played some very, very good football. You get me? They played some very, very good football. And how did Madrid, those 2 penalties, I think the first one was a penalty. The first one was a penalty, obviously. Now that second penalty, that decision was dodgy. Very, very dodgy. A player tackled. Now, if a player is tackling, where do you want his hands to be? He's tackling. He's on the ground already. He didn't touch the ball. Where do you want his hands to be? You get me? That was harsh. That penalty was harsh. Genuinely. That penalty was harsh. All it is what it is. Second goal, given to Mbappe, scored it, smash. They are 2-0 up. Now, another useless decision I don't understand was that red card situation, bro. That red card could have been avoided. Now, I don't understand why Carvajal, the whole altercation, you came in for an injured Trent and you left. Red card. You guys were 1-1 and at the verge of trying to get something out of the game. And then boom, boom, boom. You got the red card for a useless challenge. That wasn't even a challenge. For a useless altercation or argument. I don't know any for useless arguments. Because it's not worth it. You are a captain, the oldest in the team, losing your head in these things. But I understand, when you are in the heat of the moment, things like this happens. But it was not necessary. These are things that could be avoided. That red card, a well-deserved red card. I think the keeper overreacted, but it was a well-deserved red card. But one thing I did like was how the coach were begging him to be sent out. Didn't make sense to me. You sent him, give him a red card, you explain. Why are you explaining? It's a red card. Everyone knows it's a red card. It was intentional, but I think it wasn't as harsh as the keeper reacted. I think the keeper overreacted, like I said. But the red card, very, very good decision. The only problem I had in this win was that second yellow card and that second penalty. And we have seen this again and again and again. And I think everyone complains about English ref being bad and how then getting things wrong. And I tell them it's the same everywhere. You go to Spanish, I think Spanish referees are the worse than English. Spanish referees are worse than English. Go to this Champions League match, that second penalty, that was not a deserved penalty. But if you look at this match also, another player I want to talk about is Rodrigo. I think he hasn't been starting much for Real Madrid, but he started this match and he was very, very good. When that cutting he made that gave Madrid their first penalty, which was the first goal, very fantastic. I think he had a very very good match in this game. Dean Huijsen, very solid signing. I think if you are following my other channel, I think you would know how much I love Dean Huijsen and how much I wanted Chelsea to sign him. Obviously, he wanted to go to Madrid, and when Madrid knocks at the door of a player, finito. It's over. It's finished. You get me? So Dean Huijsen, very 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 solid performance. You get me? I think these are things like I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This guy, his composure, everything, top defender. Very very good defender. Dropped a very good defender. I think Vinicius came in from the bench, didn't really affect the game much. But Mbappe has been on red hot form since the start of the season. Obviously, his World Cup season. After this season, next summer is World Cup time. Mbappe has been on a mad form. He might have scored with two penalties, but bro, anytime he's on the ball, he looked very dangerous. He looked very dangerous. I think he had some few chances. And kudos to Marseille goalkeeper. He was really at it today. Marseille goalkeeper was solid. He made a lot of saves. Let me check how many saves he has. Let me check how many saves he has. He has 13 saves. 13 saves. Bro. 13 saves. So without that penalty, they couldn't have scored him. But that keeper was solid. He was really solid in my opinion. I think apart from and another person is Abumayang. Yeah, Abumayang was solid in my opinion. I think he had some very good cameo, very nice performance. But altogether, I the win. I don't really like I said, I don't care about the win being convincing. I don't care convincing me whether it's convincing, whether performance. My own is go there, win the match. The most important thing is that Madrid gathered the 3 points. But like I said, I will allude to that penalty. That second penalty could necessary. It was not necessary. Like I would say it was necessary, but like I think that was the wrong call from the referee. I think that was the wrong call. I think you should have left the game to sort itself out. And I didn't think he was really intentional. He was tackling her. If there maybe he shot it and he prevented the goal, it could have been different. Maybe it's the new rule because the way these referees change the rule, every season there is a new rule you don't know about. But in my opinion, I think Marcel was hard done by. Marcel was robbed. Robbed by the referee. You get me? Marcel was robbed by the referee. If it was any club, no one is giving that penalty. And another team, maybe apart from away from this whole match was Juventus and Dortmund. Bro, the madness those people were doing there. How many did the match end? 4-4. The madness they were doing there. I think at the point Borussia Dortmund were like 4-2 up. The next minute they were 2-2. Vlahovic came in super sub, scored 2 goals for them. You get me? That was a very entertaining match, and I think I didn't really watch it. I think Yadi scored a very nice goal as well. But like 4-4 in a Champions League match. This is why we love Champions League football. You get me? I think the qualities only get better as the season go by. This is the first week. I think by week 4, when everyone kind of needs to get their house in order, get their points right, I think it will be more competitive. But overall, the first day of the Champions League is very solid. You get me? But tomorrow Chelsea will play, so I don't think I'm reacting to any match. They're playing tomorrow. I think I will only have my match reaction in my main channel for Chelsea. So that's the video there. Like the video, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Go.